quick, hit that thumbs up. Welcome back to Jeff Outdoors. If you're new here, I am located in Ohio Amish country, not far from Lehman's Kidron Country Store. If you're not familiar with that, what we do here on this channel is focus on a homesteading type of life. I say type of life because we're not 100% growing our own food. We sure as heck are trying. And we go through the seasons and we live seasonally. And Lehman's is actually a store that I live pretty close by to. And there's a lot of people in the homesteading community who use that store, and they have a lot of good resources. So I take advantage of that. And I'm blessed to have that as a resource nearby, as well as the largest Amish community in the world here in Ohio. Yes, that is correct. So, strawberry season is just starting to wrap up. We have a few more left that are developing out there, and we have had an awesome season. I planted 25 more strawberry plants for next year, and those are going to be everbearing. So those will produce, June through fall for those plants, which those are seascape everbearing. So if you want to get into strawberries, you have June bearing and you have everbearing. June bearing are going to bear in June. Everbearing will start in June and kind of progress all through the summer into early fall. And what I'll probably end up doing is doing a specific strawberry video about what I do. You can see my process on fertilizing, using the straw, covering them for winter, etc. So just a little strawberry info there. Coming up this summer, we have the Amish Field Day next month in July, which is here in the Amish community, is essentially just a big homesteading event for every Amish farm family in Holmes County, Ohio here. So I do attend that, and I'm going on, I think it's my 6th year. I started going about 6 years ago, and get up in the morning. We do a nice little nature walk usually, and talk about a lot of different things around the homestead, taking care of kids, killing the chickens and washing the chickens, and slaughtering hogs, and taking care of bees, and timber management on your land, etc. So that's always a really neat event. So again, blessed to have that resource nearby me. So also in, I believe it's July 22nd, I'm going to be out at Lehman's as an observer for a couple who is coming in, doing some talks on some things about what they do on their homestead. They live locally here in Ohio, in Bergholz, which is, it's about an hour from me probably, and so it's not too far, but they're coming in, and they actually, I believe, bring people, and you can actually pay to go and stay at their farm for like 4 days and learn really direct hands-on type of stuff. I'm thinking about probably doing that here at some point. Not this year, of course, but maybe next year or the year after. We'll see how things go. You never know with the state of the world that's in right now. We could have atomic bombs going off, for Pete's sake, So we have those things coming up, and we have probably another trip up to New England in October, and heading back up to Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts, and probably back up to the Adirondack Mountains to a family cabin up there for a few days, which is always amazing. So got that coming up this fall. But this fall we're also going to do, what we do is apple cider jelly. If you've never had it, I'll go through that process when the time comes. The apple production is going to be affected this year because of the late frosts we got back in May, and I know some orchards are probably down at least 75%, if not more, on what their crop's going to look like here in Ohio with their with the apple harvest at that time, starting in September. So we'll see how that goes. But I take apple cider and I turn it into jelly, and I jar it and I sell it here locally. to family and friends, and whoever asks about it. So, and I do the same with my maple syrup next spring. So, hang around for maple season every year. It's always my biggest time of year, fastest moving, get you on your toes, get the sap and boil it down type of season. So, if you're a subscriber, and I know some of you guys out there, you went through my maple season this past season, and I was out here at the maple shop, and right now it's the strawberry shop. This is my little strawberry stand, maple and strawberry stand there. I threw that together, take that up to the market that I sell at. So very small production here, enough for a little stand here to get people interested and get talking about making your own stuff and doing some homesteading. And there's a whole bag of worms there I'd like to get into regarding what keeps us doing what we're doing here, what keeps me motivated. So so for all you subscribers that came through my maple season, I was out here just raring to go, ready. When the sap starts running, you got to be ready. You got to have your sap tanks ready, cleaned up, ready to go. So that's a good time. So that's what we have coming up. That's what we do. And I spend a lot of time out here in the shop. I'm really, you see these two green, these are Coleman stoves. And I started getting into those last year. And I have come to the point where I can fix them and refurbish them and all that kind of stuff. So, if I have anybody asking questions or needs something fixed or repaired, whatever, I always offer it up. Bring it by, let me look at it, and we'll get some parts. A lot of that stuff you can buy parts for. So, I already fixed a couple of these. One I bought a converter for converting it into propane instead of white gas. So, little side hobby, but I do use those on my camping trips down to the cabin here in Ohio that we go to, and we shoot some guns and hang out by the campfire for about 3 days every 4 or 5 months. And it's guys' weekend at the cabin doing that kind of stuff. So that's usually a pretty good time, and I look forward to it. So maybe you'll see some of that. So hang in. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like and subscribe away. Share it with your friends. And there's a line I wanted to use right there, but I won't steal it from the other guys that use it. It's a good one, and I wish I'd have thought about it, and I can't say it. So just thanks for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated here. It's Friday, and I have some stuff I'm going to do. It's after work, and I'm at home. I'm in the maple shop here. I have been here my entire life, 45 years at this location. Born and raised here in this maple shop garage. Spent many years out here working on cars and dirt bikes with my dad and my brother. And my dad's gone, but we're still here, and we got my mom, and we're just hanging in there, living life, and trying to grow some stuff and stay active and keep the prayers going, get buried in our Bibles and all that good stuff. And praise God for everything that we have. So that'll do it for now. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Jeff Outdoors.